Hello friends, once again welcome to my channel Pharma Study. Today we are discussing about the fourth semester, the subject Physical Pharmaceutics second, and today we are discussing about the unit first, colloidal dispersions. First, let us do some basic of this unit. The solution, how the solution form, solute plus solvent, then these two are mixed to each other, then formation of a solutions. The solutions are in the two form, homogeneous and heterogeneous. The homogeneous solutions, it is in the single phase, and the heterogeneous, it is in the double phase. The example, when take a soil and water, soil as a solute and water as a solvent, when these are mixed to each other, then form a heterogeneous in condition. Because it is a heterogeneous, then it is double phase. One is a soil phase and another one is a water phase, that is, one is a dispersion phase and another one is a dispersion medium. Here the examples of this homogeneous single phase, that is, we take a sugar plus water. When we add the sugar in the water, it form a homogeneously, and it form a one single phase. Here there is no presence of a particles, that's why we call as a homogeneous solutions. Let us to start this unit, the colloidal dispersion. The definition of this colloidal dispersion is, it is a heterogeneous system which is a made up of a dispersed phase and dispersion medium. See here, it is a colloidal dispersion. It is made up of a dispersed medium and dispersed phase to form a colloidal dispersion. It is called as the colloidal dispersions. And the second one, the definition of the dispersed system. The dispersed system is consist of a particulate matters, that is dispersed phase, they distribute throughout the continuous phase. It means that when the dispersed, it is a dispersed medium and it's a dispersed phase, when we these dispersed phase they add in the dispersion medium, they are spread, distribute through all overs, that is called as the colloidal system. And the classifications of according to their particle diameters, first one the molecular dispersion, second colloidal dispersion, and third one coarse dispersion. Classifications of this dispersed system, these dispersed system, they are classified into molecular dispersion, colloidal dispersion, and coarse dispersions. And the size is the less than 1 nanometers, 1 nanometer to 0.5 micrometers, and the greater than 0.5 micrometers. Here these classification is based on the dispersed phase. In the solution, dispersion medium and dispersed phase are present. It is depend upon the dispersed phase. If the size of this dispersed phase particles is less than 1 nanometer, then we call it is a molecular dispersions. If the dispersed phase, that is solute, the particle size is 1 nanometer to 0.5 micrometers, then we call it as a colloidal dispersions. If the solute or dispersed phase size, particle size is greater than 0.5 micrometers, then we call as a coarse dispersions. Likewise, these dispersed system are classified depend upon their sizes. To see the detail of this dispersed system classification, first one the molecular dispersion. The molecular dispersion, the particles invisible in electron microscopes, and second one the pass through a semi permeable membrane and filter papers. The molecular dispersion, the particle is invisible, and that means the particles are very smaller, the particle size is the less than 1 nanometers, they pass through semi permeable membrane, and these particles, they are passed through the semi permeable membrane and also filter papers, and particles does not settle down on standing. Example is ordinary ions or glucose. The second one, the colloidal dispersion. The colloidal dispersion, the particles are not resolved by a ordinary microscope and it can be detected by a electron microscopes. These particles are does not seen under the ordinary microscope but they can detected by the electron microscopes. They are passed through a filter paper but they did not pass through a semi-permeable membrane because of when compared to the molecular dispersion, these colloidal dispersion particles are somewhat bigger than the molecular dispersions. The particles made to a settle by a centrifugations. When we apply the centrifugation in a solution, then the particles are settled down at the bottom of the beakers. The diffuse very slowly. They are diffused very slowly. The examples are colloidal silver solution, natural polymers and synthetic polymers. The fourth one, the classification, that is coarse dispersion. The coarse dispersion, the particles are visible under the ordinary microscope. That means these particles are bigger than these two dispersions. First, that is molecular and colloidal dispersions, and they does not pass through a filter papers. When we filter the solution, the particles are present in the filter papers only and they doesn't pass through these filter papers. Also semi-permeable membrane. The particles settle down under the gravity. In these coarse dispersions, when we take a solution, automatically the particles are settled down at the bottom under the gravity. They does not diffuse. The example is emulsion, suspension and red blood cells. And these all classifications are only depend upon the dispersed phase, that is solvent, or the particle size. If the particle size is less than 1 nanometer, then that solution is called as a molecular dispersions. If the particle is size is 1 nanometer to the 0.5 micrometers, then that solution is called as a colloidal dispersions. If the greater than 0.5 micrometers, then we call as a coarse dispersions. These are only depend upon the particle size, that is dispersed phase. Here the classifications of dispersed system is over. The second one, the topic, that is their general characteristics. What are the general characteristics of this colloidal system? That is, this column is characteristics are properties, and first one, the molecular dispersion, colloidal dispersion and coarse dispersions. First, the particle size. These all the dispersions only they are depend upon the particle size only. The particle size is the less than 1 nanometers, and here the 1 nanometer to the 100 nanometers, then it is 1 micrometers, the greater than 1 micrometers. The visibility invisible in an electron microscope because of the particle size are very smaller. They are not visible under the electron microscope. They visible under the electron microscope very slowly, or sometimes they are not visible, but they are visible in a ordinary microscopes. The normal microscope, here they are visible in the under the normal microscopes. The second one, the diffusion rate. They are diffuse, the molecular dispersion, they are diffuse rapidly in a diffuse, and these colloidal dispersion, they are very slowly diffused, and the coarse dispersion, that is they are not diffuse because of the size is the greater than 0.5 micrometers or 1 micrometers. The separation, they are not possible. One thing you remember, here the separation is not possible because of when the molecular dispersion is formed homogeneously. Therefore, they are not separated through any semi-permeable or filter papers. And these solution, they are separated through a semi-permeable, and these coarse dispersion, they are separated through a filter papers. And the settling particles, here not a settle because of In the molecular dispersion, it form a homogeneous and there is no presence of a particles. Then there is no form of settles. And here, the colloidal dispersion, one thing you remember, the colloidal dispersion is always in the form of a heterogeneous, but the particles are does not visible in our eye, but they are heterogeneous, and they heterogeneous means in the solution the particles are present, and their settling particles is under the centrifugation. When they apply the centrifugation to that solution, at that time the particles are settled down at the beakers. And the coarse dispersion, that is filter papers under the gravity. Okay, when we take a solutions, they are settled under the gravity. How? Means, let us to take a one beaker, and in that we add a soil. It is a dispersed phase plus water is a dispersion medium. When we add this soil and waters in this beaker, then it form a, like, the particles are present, and these particles, when we kept the beakers aside, then these particles automatically, the soils particles are automatically comes the bottom of that beakers in the coarse dispersions. Okay, the appearance, the property of appearance, they are appearance like a transparent, and these are cloudy, and these are cloudy. And the Tyndall effect in the molecular dispersion, that does not show. The Tyndall effect, when it show means, in the solution the particles are present, at that time only the Tyndall effect is shows. But in the molecular dispersions, the particle size is 1 nanometers, less than 1 nanometers, then this molecular dispersion is a homogeneous dispersion, and there is no presence of the particles. Then there is no presence of a particles means there is no form of any Tyndall effect. That's why it doesn't show. It show, of course it show, because of the colloidal dispersion is a heterogeneous, and the coarse dispersion is also heterogeneous. It is also show a Tyndall effect, Tyndall cone, and it is also show a Tyndall effect, Tyndall cone. And the Brownian motion, it is negligible, and it is show it may or may not. Example is oxygen and other gases. Here the example is cheese, butter, paints. These are in the heterogeneous and these are in the homogeneous. And here the last one, that is coarse dispersion, the example are suspension, grains, and the sand. This is the characteristics of these colloidal dispersions. It's their general characteristics over. The second one, we are discussing about the size and shape of the colloidal particles in the next class. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you guys understood this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit on bell icon.